Hey guys, YouTube Drone Doctor here, and we're talking today about a couple of products that I use just about every single time that I go out and fly. Those of you that are in dusty locations or you're launching from fields that maybe have a little bit taller grass and so forth, one of the things that you've noticed is it's very hard to find a good flat surface to launch from. Those of you that are flying in dusty locations, you've also noticed that when you're taking off and landing, you're kicking up a tremendous amount of dust, and where does all that dust end up? It ends up on your camera lens, it ends up in your motors, and it ends up into your electronics of your UAV. Now, one of the solutions that we found that works really well for us is Hoodman. Hoodman came out with, this is actually the cover for it, they came out with a launch pad. Now, those of you that have been following my videos saw that they released this thing and they were testing it back a few months ago at the International Drone Day convention, and you can see my video if you take a look on that original blurb that I did with Lou from Hoodman. Now since then, Hoodman has made a few revisions to this, and they've all been actually for the better. The first thing you're going to notice is they changed the color on this thing. The color on this is orange. It's not camouflage, which I think is a great improvement because of the fact that when you're launching this thing and you're up in the air 400 feet, it's a very easy target to find and quick acquisition to get your home point. The other thing that I love about the color is it alerts everyone around you that you have either helicopter, UAV, or something airborne up, and it kind of gives them a little extra sense of awareness to look out for what you're doing out here. Now granted, not everybody's going to have a perfect location to go out there and fly, and there are times when people that are in highly dense populations are going to need to go to a park or something where you're going to find people around you. This is an extra tool to make it a little bit safer. I'm going to launch this bird. I'm going to show you a couple different captions of what this thing looks like from the air, and I'll put that video up here next. Okay, so I know that one of the questions that you guys are going to ask me is, how does this fare with the wind? Is this going to pick up and fly away? Well, let me just show you. We've tried a lot of different things to get wind to go up underneath this thing and maybe get it to fly or lift off. And we have done a lot, and it just does its job. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. You know, we've flown in some pretty windy conditions. We've thrown this thing out and we've used it as our launch and landing platform. And we wanted to see if the wind was going to get underneath there and lift this thing up and get it to fly away. It doesn't. It does what it's supposed to do. It stays planted in one location, and it allows a spot for us to take off and land our UAVs, whether it's the Inspire, whether it's helicopters, whatever the case might be. This thing does what it's supposed to do. You know, it's highly visible, well made. Take a look at it. Well, there you go, guys. There's the Hoodman launch pad. This is some of the products that we use every single day. Thought it was very important for us to go out here and show you some of the solutions that we found that work for us. This launch pad does what it says. You just got done seeing how well this thing holds up to heavy wind. It's got a weighted perimeter on it, so it doesn't lift off the ground and go flying down the field and you end up chasing your launch pad, as I've seen some people do. This thing, it does what it says. So take a look at hoodmanusa.com. I'll also have a link down here at the bottom where you can check out some different locations that you'll be able to order this. Always, of course, Frank at carolinadrones.com. He should have a link up on where you can pick up the aviator hood, which we'll talk a little bit more in depth on, and also the launch pad. So as always, I appreciate all your support. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and I'll see you in the next video.